Got one, guys. Pretty good one too. Bladed Kooshball fish. Guys, might be a good one. Oh, on the drop shot, yes. That little drop minnow is putting in work, guys. Another one. He's not bad either. Oh, there's two. Look at this, guys. Look at this. Y'all, you just never know until you go and try. That's a problem. Guys, so I've had two fish on and I can't keep them hooked. I think with this tiny chatterbait that we made, I'm not sure if there's enough room between the blade and that tiny little hook to allow them to stay pinned. I'm gonna put on a Kooshball, a bladed Kooshball, and see if I can get a few fish to stay pinned. Just down here in this creek, wintertime, so got to take advantage of every bite that you can get. Hopefully I can still get a few more this morning, but I've had two fish on and they honestly have both felt like pretty good fish. They hit it and had it and ran sideways. There was a little bit of weight to them too. They didn't just give up, so we're gonna see if we can get a few of those to stick. That's what I'm gonna put on now, guys, just a bluegill colored bladed Kooshball. Well, guys, there's one of the culprits. Got a nice little creek largie. Wasn't recording, I'm sorry, but I missed one right here earlier on the tiny chatterbait and just got him to hook up there on the microbladed Kooshball. So there's another one, boys. Really small, but nope, he just got off. But there's the second bite. Got one, guys. Another creek largie there on the micro Kooshball. There's a second little one we've landed. It's a warmer morning today. That's why I decided may as well just put the waders on and go get in something, since the lake bite has been just atrocious. And so far I've had like 5 bites, so that was more than I had in 6 hours on the lake yesterday, so we'll take it. Got one, guys, on the drop shot. Nice. There's a little pond side to this and it's just dead, so came back over to the creek side where I was actually getting some bites. Nothing crazy, but I will take catching some fish on a January day. We'll put him right by this turtle. You see him right there? So you see this drop shot, 3/64 ounce sinker, tungsten sinker. I'm not even sure what size of hook that is, but it's very small, and a Great Lakes Finesse drop minnow, 2.75 inch drop minnow. That thing stands straight. It is very buoyant, and their finesse baits are awesome. I do have a discount code for Great Lakes Finesse, guys. If you want 15% off your stuff, you got to buy it from LureNet, but you get 15% off your entire order from LureNet if you use my code Clinton15. So you can get sneaky spins, these drop minnows. Check out this this tube that I have rigged up, a little Texpose tube. They call it their juvie craw, aka like a little juvenile crawfish. I thought I could maybe get bit on that. We'll see. I'll come down the creek a little bit further, but got one, guys. Pretty good one too. Bladed Kooshball fish. Kind of ate it like a jig. I let him run with it for a second. That's the cool part about these jigs is you can fish it like a moving bladed jig, or you can fish it like a little ball head finesse jig. That's the biggest fish we caught today. Not bad. Probably like a 14-inch largie. I was fishing that more like a jig, guys. It's just like a little ball head finesse jig with a blade on there. Micro bladed Kooshball from HH Customs. Got a little piece of a Moondog 3-inch flat top minnow on there. Throwing it on 6-pound sunline with a Dobbin 700C and my Art Gravity BFS. Not a bad creek fish right there, boys. Cold fish today, guys. It finally hit winter time here. Got him. That was a weird bite, guys. What is that? Is it a bass? Yeah, I got another nice bass. Right on. Golly. They're not really thumping it, they're just kind of moving with it. You got to be able to feel them. I had another bite underneath the bridge, but I got high sticked. I had my paddle and my reel in hand and couldn't catch up to him, and he let go before I could set the hook, but I imagine he was probably about this size. Get over here so we don't get blown into everything. Winter creek fishing, guys. Why not? Such a good finesse jig, guys. That is a very, very versatile jig. There's another keeper size largie on that HH Customs bladed Kooshball. Bet he's 15 inches or so. You can tell that it just flooded through here because there's like a traffic cone that got pinned up against there. There's another traffic cone back there. And this all was just completely underwater where you see all this grass that got laid over. So it was flowing pretty good last week. Here's where all that flood water was coming through earlier this week, guys. We're gonna venture down creek just a little bit further. I think I saw 1 or 2 more decent pools that we can try to catch a fish out of. Let's go find out if there's anything waiting for us. Got one, guys, on the drop shot. That's cool. Never been through this part of the creek before, guys. It's not very deep. Y'all can see it's like a 1.5 foot maybe. He ate the old Great Lakes finesse drop minnow. So there are some bass in this water. I bet you this part of the creek was almost dry this summer. Had to have been almost dry this summer. And it's getting to be about 11:30 right now, guys, so I went to something a little more finessey. I got him on the old drop minnow with that tiny tungsten weight on there. Little bitty creek largie, guys, but we're drifting into water that I've never been to before, so any fish from here on is icing on the cake and hopefully reason to come back. I'm gonna beach the paddleboard right here, guys, because the wind's really starting to pick up and I don't want to get blown through this first part of this current break very fast on the paddleboard. So I'm gonna see if there's some more bass through this area. Got one, guys. Feels better too. What is it? The creek bass on the drop shot. Sick. Oh, he's got a booger on it. Oh no, that's not a drop shot weight. He's got that drop minnow down his mouth, and he's also got a couple little craw antennas coming out of his gullet. I guarantee you they just survive on those little bitty minnows and small craws. in these creeks, and I knew that this pool, it's still not that deep, guys. It might look deep, but it's still only like 2 foot deep, but it's holding a high enough volume of water that I knew there'd be some fish in here. So glad I hooked up with one of them. Y'all, he's not very big yet, but that fish has some great proportions on him. He's been eating really well. And the coolest part about this is we're catching it right in the middle of suburbia. There's houses all around here, and there's still some fishing to be had in this creek. Got it. Got him that time. He got off on the chatterbait a couple times, guys, but I got him that time. That's why. He was just little. Just a little guy. Still a fun catch though. So funny that there's bass in this creek through here. But we're not gonna complain one bit. Almost got him with the chatterbait, got him with the drop shot. Guys, casted right by this tree. It came open into another pretty big pool here, and I got another creek largie on the drop shot. Still, you know, not super big or anything, but this is turning into a really fun little trip, guys. Just out here dicing up these little creek largies with the drop shot in a new place. Tons of fun. I'll tell you what, one of the other best parts about those Great Lakes Finesse plastics, guys, same drop minnow, not even a scratch on it. Those things are durable. Guys, might be a good one. Oh, dude, it's a good one. On the drop shot, yes. Oh man, what a surprise, guys. That's a keeper size bass out of this creek. That's so awesome. A lot of fun. He's like 3 times the size of the ones we've been catching. That little drop minnow is putting in work, guys, and it's a blast to throw on those arc gravities and light line, man. I got my favorite bottom bait rod back too, man. My 701C, guys. So sensitive. Insanely sensitive. Guys, on the Kooshball, man, when they hit the Kooshball today, it is so subtle. You just see your line moving, you don't even hardly feel it. Look at that, guys. Just roping them in now. Micro-bladed Kooshball, man. Fishing it like a jig. The wind is really picking up right now, guys. I'm trying to hold my spots as best I can, just kind of beaching around, but it's getting tough. Another one, guys. Another one. He's not bad either. Oh, there's 2. Look at this, guys. Look at this. He hit it and came right at me. Such a breath of fresh air, guys, since the way the lakes have been treating me lately. Love this. He might be as big as that drop shot fish we caught. Man, two pretty nice ones out of here. Y'all, you just never know until you go and try. Probably the biggest or second biggest fish of the day right there on that micro-bladed Kooshball. All right guys, now comes the fun part. I know you probably can't see it or hear it much because I have the wind muff on, but it's kicked up into a 25-mile-an-hour west wind, and I'm pretty much standing still trying to get back right here, so I'm gonna have to get some momentum going. But I think this trip is done. Well guys, I was kind of feeling bummed out when the first area that I had planned to fish, you know, didn't really produce a whole lot. I missed 2 bites on the super small chatterbait, so I put on the bladed Kooshball and was able to catch a few more. And guys, I'm telling you, it's one of the most versatile baits that I throw on Bait Finesse. Versatility is a must when it comes to like an elite level fishing lure, and those microbladed Kooshballs are super versatile because not only can you fish them horizontally as a moving bait, but you can fish them vertically and jig them as a small finesse jig with that little ball head on there. And the vibration consistency is honestly just as good as a chatterbait, and you can pair it up with whichever trailer you want. I really like the Moondog 3-inch flat top minnows, and he does have a new fantail minnow out too that I'm going to be trying when the bite's a little bit better, guys. But a lot of people ask me why I don't really fish a spinnerbait much, and I'm like, well, you get vibration, you get a horizontal bait, you get a vertical bait, and you get the flash of a spinnerbait with the blade. So it's like you get everything that a spinnerbait can do plus a bunch more with bladed jigs, guys, and that's why I like them so much. This is something that I always used to do, guys, kind of before I started filming, was just take a drop shot to creeks and see what lives there. And these Great Lakes Finesse drop minnows, guys, I normally just use them as an underspin trailer, but honestly, in the name, it's a drop minnow. So it's meant to be a drop shot bait, and it is a very, very good one at that, because that's the only one I used the whole time. It caught a whole bunch of fish, didn't rip out at all, very buoyant, always is standing up as it should, and with a little bitty hook threaded through the end of it. It is just a great way to make sure that the little bites that you get, you connect with them. And guys, that trip is also just a classic case of the less that I plan for a trip, or the less expectations that I have, the better they kind of go. I had never explored further down stream in that creek before, and I'm so glad that I just decided to not quit and just kept going down there, because there was a couple really good pools lurking down there, and they scream swim bait and topwater action when the water warms back up. And I'll definitely be back there again still in these winter months. Guys, make sure to get your fish rulers for my monthly BFS Big Bass contest, my small baits and big fish rulers. Go ahead and get those early on now, guys, so that you have the whole month of January to try to catch a tank and win some really cool prizes. Longest fish wins, guys. 35 bucks. Message me at my Gmail account for more details that I leave in the pinned comment below. But I had a ton of fun on this one today, guys. It was a huge butt kicking on that paddle back, I'm not gonna lie. But if you enjoyed this one, please leave a like for me. Consider subscribing if you haven't yet, guys. Help me hit that 3,000 sub mark, because when that happens, I'll do another big custom BFS hard bait giveaway. Please share this with a finesse loving friend, guys, and help grow this Bait Finesse bass fishing community in my channel. Always feel free to talk with me in the comments below. But other than that, y'all take her easy, and we'll catch you on the next one. Got him. That was a weird bite, guys. What is that? Is it a bass? Yeah, I got another nice bass.